We're just doing a quick test of this new microphone setup and camera. Right now it's March 1st, it's Saturday. It is 4 o'clock. It hit 50 degrees earlier and it was beautiful, but I was working, so I couldn't take advantage of it. Now the wind has kicked up and the temperature is plummeting. In fact, it's supposed to drop to about 29. Actually, correction, it's going to drop below 29 because tomorrow the high is going to be 29. So I figure, what the hell, let's try to take advantage of this. And already my hands are fucking cold. So what we got here is the Action 3 mounted on my helmet with my wireless microphone hooked up to the camera, and I actually have the microphone itself on a little mask I'm wearing underneath my helmet. I have the gain set to -12, which is the lowest setting that you could set it on the camera, and hopefully you hear me clear without hearing all the other stuff like wind noise and such. I'm just running through the park, no gloves, so my hands are frozen already. This wind is crazy. Currently the visor is up because that's just how I like to ride. I don't like riding with the visor down. It gets fogged up. It feels kind of too enclosed. Sometimes I'll wear glasses or goggles underneath, but right now I didn't bother to put that on either. I didn't even put on my shin guards. I just threw on my motorcycle jacket, threw on the mask just so that I have an attachment point for the microphone, so that it's close to my mouth but not attached to the helmet, because that I can't really find any spot to put it. But hopefully everything's recording the way I'd like it to. I think I put the settings that I want. I think I'm recording in the HDR setting, so hopefully the colors, what few colors there are right now, are popping. Holy shit, look at all the crows. I did not even notice that. Now that's a lot of crows. Hopefully you can see that. Look at them all. They don't like this machine. This thing scared the shit out of them. Oh, wow. That lake is still frozen, which is crazy, because it's been above freezing during the day, but it drops. Look, there's a heron. Huh. I don't know if you can see it from this perspective, but it's flying across the lake. Normally they leave in the winter. So I guess they're coming back already for spring. They're in for a rude awakening, though, because this whole thing is frozen. So I don't know what they're going to eat. I don't think there are any frogs out yet, or snakes or anything like that, so they're probably not going to be able to eat anything. But who knows? Anyways, I get so sidetracked sometimes. I'm actually riding the V11 because the V13 Pro is still a little bit, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to say it's above what I can do, because quite frankly, I don't know what's going on with that machine. I'm going to play around with the pedal hardness, because I thought I set it to the same parameters as my V11, which means it should be pretty much the same kind of ride. But it is so wonky, I would say. I lean forward and it's such a delay before it actually pushes me back to actually accelerate, and I hate that. And I'm told that has to do with the pedal hardness, that if you have it set to soft, damn, I almost busted my ass. It's been a while since I've ridden. If you have it set to soft, that's exactly how it's going to feel. That it's going to be very like unresponsive actually when it comes to the acceleration and the stopping. I learned how to ride this with the hard setting, and this is a good test of the microphone right now because the wind is ridiculous. It is whistling in my ears, even with this helmet on, so much that I can barely hear myself speak, which means I'm probably screaming and not realizing it. So we'll see how it sounds. Like I said, the gain is set at the lowest setting, which is -12. I played around with it before, and what I did was I basically put my helmet on. I put the microphone the same exact way it is now, but I was indoors, and I had my AC blowing in my face. And I did it with a 0 gain, -5, and -12. And it wasn't that big of a difference, to be honest. It didn't feel like that big of a difference. It did cancel out, or it just didn't pick up the wind noise as much because of the gain being so low. And since this thing is almost in my mouth at this point, it's only like an inch or two away from my mouth, it should be fine. You should be able to hear me, and I shouldn't sound like I'm screaming, and hopefully you don't hear the wind blowing like crazy. We'll see, because man, this is crazy. And I think I got enough test footage and audio. I'm gonna go home because it's getting cold really fast and it's so windy, and I am really screaming. I can tell that I'm yelling really loud. But yeah, we're gonna do this loop and then I'm gonna go straight back to the park. And I might change the gain back to like -5 and then do another quick loop around the park while talking and having the wind blowing my face and see if it's better or worse. Oh, what's going on here? No parking. So that means that they're going to repave this street. Usually that's what happens when they put these signs up over here. It means that they're gonna rip up this road and then repave it. Which is odd because they usually do that in the late spring, early summer. But who knows, maybe they're just doing that for this, just for this area. Alright. Let's go this way very carefully because I am still kind of wobbly on this thing. I haven't ridden in a very long time. It seems like forever. And I've mentioned in previous videos that I feel like there's something wrong with this wheel. It's extra wobbly. Like the left and right balance is just fucked up. Like it's not leaning to the left, it's not leaning to the right. It's just I can't explain it. It's like it's just unstable. If I lean to the left, I feel like I have to quickly lean to the right. Otherwise, I'll fall over. If I lean to the right, I feel like I have to quickly lean back to the left. Maybe it's me. Maybe I just haven't been riding in so long that I'm not used to it again and I have to start over. I don't know. The V13, which to be fair, I only rode it once. I did a little ride with it. It doesn't feel as wobbly left and right, but it feels like I'm it feels like I'm riding the biggest motorcycle you could ride, the heaviest, biggest motorcycle you could ride, and it just takes a lot of effort to lean the damn thing because it's so fucking heavy. That's what it feels like. The acceleration on it sucks because, like I said, I lean forward and the damn thing doesn't move. Wow, this wind is blowing me around. It's really windy. I don't know if you can see that stop sign just, wobbling back and forth, but it's windy. Gotta be careful around here. stopping the part real quick. I'm going to switch the gain, which I'm not sure if I can do while I'm riding. If I can't, I'm going to have to just stop the recording, change the gain, then start the recording again, which is not a big deal. But Jesus Christ, this wind is crazy. Really bad. Alright, let's have a seat as well, because my feet are killing me already. Alright. Okay. As you can see, my cats, and specifically my new kittens, my new feral kittens that I took in from outside, have absolutely gone to town on this seat. Thankfully, I didn't pay too much for it. But alright, we're gonna see if I can do this. I'm gonna disconnect. That's the one good thing about this. I shouldn't say one good thing. One of the good things about this camera is easy disconnect. Look at that. So it has a quick connect mount right here. This is my motorcycle helmet that it's attached to currently. Let's see if I can adjust the gain. Oh, I can't change any of the settings right now while it's going. So I'm gonna turn off the camera real quick, and then I'm gonna change the gain, turn the camera back on, and then we're gonna take another quick loop. Alright, so now the gain is set at -5. I don't know how well the sound is. Here's me again. And we're gonna try to mount this back on carefully without accidentally turning off the camera. It's a little hard to do without being able to see, but is it on? Yeah, it's good. Okay. It's on. Yeah, that quick connect is great. You're probably hearing the sniffles a little bit louder. But alright, let's cheat and use this little barrel to get up on here. Okay. Alright. So now we're gonna do yet another loop. This time with the gain at -5. I'm gonna try to be very self-conscious of how loud I'm speaking. I kind of feel like I'm screaming already, but we'll see. And I just realized that I was gonna do another test, and I forgot, and that was to close the visor while I'm talking, because that will change how much volume it actually is. Because with the visor open, a lot of the sound from my voice escapes, but when it's closed, it kind of bounces back. So we're gonna do half a loop of me just talking normal with the visor open. The wind is blowing all up in my face, and then I'm going to close the visor and finish the loop talking this way, saying whatever bullshit I need to say just so that I am saying something and you can kind of hear it. And then I'm gonna go home because I'm freezing my ass, and I'm going to see how much audio we actually picked up, and whatever is usable I will post, and whatever's not, fuck it, I'm gonna post it as well, and I'm gonna let you guys see how bad it is, so you know what we're dealing with. But if you are, assuming this is working, if you are in the market of doing these types of recordings where you want to be able to record audio in your helmet, this is probably the best option. Now, the next option would be to have an adapter that goes into this camera. So it goes into the USB port, but then it converts it into an aux cable, which I forget which one you can use. It has to be a specific one. And then you can plug that into the receiver for this type of microphone, or any type of microphone, or maybe have a hardwired microphone. You can put the hardwired microphone inside of your helmet. I did buy one that was made specifically for the helmet right before I bought this camera, and it did not work very well, and I was very upset. I didn't send it back. I might try it. If this doesn't work as well as I'd like it to, I might try that one. But that'll be for another time. So I'm going to close the visor now, and we'll see how it sounds. Alright, so the visor's down, and already I hear that crazy echo, which is the other reason why I don't like to have the visor down, especially if I'm talking, because it just sounds weird to me. But wind noise is dramatically reduced, in my ears anyway. I don't know about the microphone. It might not be a big difference. But I can feel and hear the wind, so I know it's still blowing pretty hard, but it's not as noticeable as when I have the visor open. Now, that could be good, it could be bad, because right now my voice could be awful with the visor down. It could be maybe really loud, maybe poppy, or maybe it just sounds muffled. I don't know. But we're going to find out. I'm going to find out very soon, because I'm going to walk on over to go back to my house, and I'm going to reconnect this to the computer, and I'm going to edit the video. But if you're watching this, you already know if it's good or not. So, yeah, that's where I'm going to call it. I'm going to carefully turn here. Got to be more careful nowadays. Drivers are not as considerate. I wonder how the air sounds. Me breathing, how that sounds. I tend to be very breathy sometimes, to a point where people actually tell me about it. So, who knows? Maybe that's good or bad. Maybe it's being muffled or canceled out. I don't know. This wind is crazy. Right at this curve, this wind is blowing me backwards. Like, I can feel it blowing me backwards. But alright, that's what we're going to call it. Hopefully I got enough video and audio for it to count, so I can get a better idea about whether or not this is the best setup for me. And if you enjoyed this video or found it informative, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you want to see more. And with any luck, I will see you in the next video. And until then, take care.